Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a tag, so I'll have my phone out for this. This is the Get to Know Me, the Beauty Blogger tag. And I originally did this on my blog back in June of 2014, so it's not like a tag I got from anybody's video or something like that. But I thought this would be interesting to film now because my answers have probably changed. And it's always interesting, I think, for new viewers to get to know me a little bit more because a lot of you have been hanging out since like day one, but there are always people joining this channel who are like, oh, I didn't know this about you when I say something in a video. So I thought it would be interesting to just kind of get these 30 questions out there with my answers, and hopefully you can get to know me a little bit better. So I'm going to try to go rapid fire through this because there are 30 questions. The first one is your hair naturally curly or straight? If I air dry it, as I just learned yesterday, because I don't normally air dry my hair, but I did it for the first time in a long time yesterday, it's kind of like straight on the bottom and then a little bit wavy up top. It's not a very good look. It's kind of a little bit like corn silk, like it goes quite translucent actually if I air dry it, which is weird, and it's a little bit fluffy. Do you dye it yourself or go to a salon? I don't dye my hair, which a lot of people have a lot of problems trying to believe, but this is sun bleach out from running. I run quite long distances in the summer, so it bleaches out in the summer, and from playing soccer throughout the summer. If you notice, it's not the same color down here as it is up there, and that's because this is just like years of sun bleach damage versus this is new growth up here. Number 3 is, do you wear the same style every day or do you change it? I tend to do my hair a lot more fancier for videos just because it looks nicer, but for going to work, I pretty much either wear it straight or I'll like put my hair back in a French braid or a bun. Question number 4 is, do you do your own mani-pedi or do you go to a salon? So I do my own nails, and these are real nails. I'm quite fortunate to have a nice nail shape once they go quite long. When they're short, they look quite flat, which is not a nice shape in my opinion on me. So when they grow out quite long, they kind of taper a little bit, which is quite nice. But I do my own nails, and I also paint my own toes, and I only ever put silver holographic glitter polish on my toes, which I have been doing for over 20 years. Number 5 is, how often do you change your polish? For my fingernails, about once a week. If they're looking really bad by day 6, I'll just change them then, but usually once a week. For my toes, I never change it. I just keep coating over top with the glitter. Number 6 is, do you polish your toes in the winter or just the summer? Wow, they're really focused on nails, aren't they? I keep them covered in glitter year round. Question number 7 is, how long does it take you to put on makeup? For work, it's a lot faster than if I'm doing it for filming. For work, I would say it's probably about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on what I'm doing. I don't always wear, like, for example, foundation every day, so that'll kind of step out if I'm not wearing foundation. But it's around 30 or 45 for going to the office. If it's for a video, it's closer to like 60 or 70 minutes because I take a little bit more time. What do you do first, your face or your eyes? Always my eyes. Always. I have no idea how people put foundation on first and then do their eyeshadow, because they're always putting like powder below their eyes in order to catch the fallout from their shadow. It's like, well, why wouldn't you just do your eyes first? It doesn't make any sense to me. Number 9 is, do you collect makeup or just buy what you need when you need it? Well, obviously I collect makeup. I don't think many people have a YouTube channel where they don't collect makeup, unless they've started to get to the point where they're now decluttering and going on no buys, which is completely understandable. Number 10 is, how often do you wear false lashes? Always for videos, never for the office, sometimes to go out. If I'm going out to like a club, definitely. If I'm going out for dinner, nah, maybe about 40% of the time. Number 11 is, do you do a full face of makeup every day? I definitely always do my eyes every day because that's the most interesting thing to me in my makeup. But full face to me means wearing foundation, and I definitely don't wear foundation every single day to the office. So no, not every single day. Do you wear makeup when you're at home alone or with family? Oh heavens, no. I am barefaced all the time at home because it is so much more comfortable not having makeup on my face. I love wearing it, I think it's fun to play with, but it's not a comfortable thing having your face caked and stuff. So I'm never wearing it when I'm at home. If I'm with family, I'll wear it if it's for something, like if it's Christmas dinner or we're having family over or it's an event or something like that, but not if I'm just like at home visiting my parents, no, I'm not just gonna put makeup on. Number 13 is, will you leave the house without makeup? Yes, absolutely, and I do consistently. I play soccer, I go running, I go to the gym, I go out for dinner or even for lunch, and I'm not wearing makeup. I'm perfectly comfortable with how I look without makeup on. Question number 14 is, how many high-end products do you have? Oh, I don't have a number for that. It's over 100, over 200, possibly over 300. Do you plan your outfit of the day every night or decide when you're getting dressed? I definitely decide when I'm getting dressed in the morning, but it's usually based on what kind of eyeshadow I'm wearing. I try to pick something that sort of goes with it, and if I can't figure out what color is gonna go with my eyeshadow, I just wear black. How often do you change your handbag? I don't have a handbag. I don't have a purse. I hate them both. If stuff doesn't fit in my pockets, it's not coming with me. If I absolutely have to be carrying something, like if I'm on vacation, then I'll wear like a tiny little backpack. And I do have a camera bag, which I will use every now and then if I don't have pockets, but I do not believe in purses or handbags. I think they're ridiculous, really. Question number 17 is, what time do you wake up and go to sleep? So for work, I wake up at 6:45 and I usually go to bed between 11:30 and 12 now. It used to be between 12 and 1, but we're kind of fixing our schedule, so it's between 11:30 and 12 now. On the weekends, I usually wake up around 11 a.m. I don't have kids, can you tell? And I go to bed probably between 1 and 2. Question number 18 is, how often or when do you work out? So I work out probably 6 days a week. I run 3 days a week and I lift 3 days a week. That's the ideal situation. And I also play soccer. So with soccer season, I will probably lift twice a week and run 3 and play soccer once. So 6 out of 7 days in a week, I am very active. Are you left-handed or right-handed? I am right-handed. How tall are you? I am 5'3" or 160 centimeters tall. Do you speak any foreign languages? I speak French. It was technically my first language growing up, and my mom just recently corrected me on this, but I used to say that I didn't speak English until I was 5, but I think she said it was more like 3 or 4. So French was my first language, but I'm definitely more comfortable in English now, which I find a little bit sad because I get a little bit tongue-tied when I'm speaking French now because my tongue doesn't roll the same way that it used to, but I can understand it and read it without any issue. How many pets do you have? So we have 2 black cats. My baby is the male and his name is Nemo. And then my husband's cat, as we refer to them as our own cats, but we love them both dearly, is Colme, and she is a female. This question's weird. How often are you on Blogger? Clearly this was like a blog tag. I've never used Blogger as a platform. I am on WordPress. Question number 24 is, do you read comments posted on blogs? Not really, not on other people's blogs. I read my own and I respond to them all, but not really on other people's. 25 is, do you keep a list of products to try as you see other posts? Oh, interesting. I feel like I used to have a running list of products that YouTubers would mention or blogs would mention, and I would write them down on my phone and sort of like keep that in mind for the next time I was going to make purchases, but I haven't done that in a really long time. And I feel like the lists I used to keep used to be more like region specific. So if I was going to England and UK YouTuber had mentioned a whole bunch of things I could get at Boots or Superdrug, then I would write that down so that the next time I was on vacation there, I would go and buy that, but I don't really do that anymore. Question number 26 is, how did you come up with your blog name? So a lot of these are blog based, and just to point this out, I also have a blog that is the exact same name as this YouTube channel. I started the blog first and then created a YouTube channel later on. And it's called Make Up Your Mind because I could not make up my mind on what to call the blog. And I was just sort of sounding things out loud to myself. And at one point I just said, oh, Shell, make up your mind. And I was like, that's it. That's the name of my blog. I'm going with it. Question number 27 is, what kind of camera do you use for your photographs? So I'll answer this for both the blog and for YouTube. So for YouTube, I use a Canon EOS 80D with, I think it's an 18 to 135 millimeter lens. But I use a different camera for my blog photos because it's lighter. The 80D is a heavy camera, mostly due to the lens, I think. The lens is quite heavy. But for blog photos, I still use my Rebel T5i because it's much lighter and easier to hold. Question 28 is, how often do you clean your house? Ooh. How honest are people going to be about this? Probably every 3 weeks. Definitely when people are coming over. Like if I've got company coming over, I always clean the night before, but left to my own devices, it's probably every 3 weeks. Question 29 is, what is your favorite color? And interesting, I answered this as green before, and that used to be true, but I think in makeup I much prefer red now, specifically red eyeshadow. So visually, green is probably something I'm attracted to the most, but in makeup, red. Question number 30 is, do you swear? So you guys would probably never know it on YouTube because I try not to swear on YouTube, just because I feel like you never really know who else is sort of watching in the vicinity. But I swear a lot in person. It is part of my everyday speech. I throw F-bombs constantly. Sometimes I think it doesn't sound so good and I try to pull it back a little bit, but it's been part of my own personal lexicon for so long that it feels weird not to swear. But yeah, I do actually hold it back for videos, which is fairly impressive because it means I do have some sort of sense of self-control when I'm speaking, but yeah, I swear a lot. Question number 31, which is the last one, is what are you doing with the rest of your day? So it is currently 5 o'clock. This is the third video I have filmed today, and I have also gone for a 5K run and finished a movie this morning. So I've actually done quite a bit with my day, and I think for the rest of the evening I might just edit a video and probably play a video game. So I'm currently playing Octopath Traveler, which my brother got for me over the holidays as a gift, and I've really been enjoying it, so I'm hoping to put some more hours into that. I think I'm about 45 hours into it right now, so I've definitely clocked a lot of time so far, but there is much more game to play. So that is it for the tag. Hopefully, if you're a new viewer, you found something out new or interesting about me. If you're a longtime viewer, you might already know all of this stuff, but maybe not. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye.